Life is short, break the rules. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. This is the ideal life. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Don't let schooling interfere with your education. Let us endeavor so to live that when we come to die, even the undertaker will be sorry. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Do the thing you fear most, and the death of fear is certain. Life is just one damned thing after another. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Humor is mankind's greatest blessing. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. Against the assault of laughter, nothing can stand. The human race has one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. Laughter without a tinge of philosophy is but a sneeze of humor. Everything human is pathetic. The secret source of humor itself is not joy but sorrow. It is curious that physical courage should be so common in the world, and moral courage so rare. A man's character may be learned from the adjectives he habitually uses in conversation. Truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities. Truth isn't. Clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence in society. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. With courage, you will dare to take risks, have the strength to be compassionate, and the wisdom to be humble. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Part of the secret of success in life is to eat what you like and let the food fight it out inside. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. Courage is doing what you're afraid to do. There can be no courage unless you're scared. To succeed in life, you need two things: ignorance and confidence. A person with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. The secret of success is making your vocation your vacation. Continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. I never let my schooling interfere with my education. Wisdom is the reward you get for a lifetime of listening when you would have preferred to talk. Out of all the things I have lost, I miss my mind the most. Education consists mainly of what we have unlearned. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. Man is the only animal that blushes, or needs to. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, and then success is sure. The lack of money is the root of all evil. The more I learn about people, the more I like my dog. The human race has one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. Never allow someone to be your priority while allowing yourself to be their option. A lie can travel halfway around the world, while the truth is putting on its shoes. It's not what you don't know that kills you, it's what you know for sure that ain't true. Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. The human race is a race of cowards, and I am not only marching in that procession but carrying a banner. There are basically two types of people. People who accomplish things, and people who claim to have accomplished things. The first group is less crowded. Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often. The right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as a rightly timed pause. Work is a necessary evil to be avoided. The secret source of humor is not joy but sorrow. There is no humor in heaven. Let us be thankful for the fools, but for them, the rest of us could not succeed. A banker is a fellow who lends you his umbrella when the sun is shining, but wants it back the minute it begins to rain. There is no sadder sight than a young pessimist. Don't wait, the time will never be just right. Do not fear mistakes, you will know failure. Continue to reach out. The worst loneliness is to not be comfortable with yourself. Success is a journey, not a destination. It requires constant effort, vigilance, and reevaluation. Loyalty to a petrified opinion never yet broke a chain or freed a human soul. If you have nothing to say, say nothing. Never pick a fight with people who buy ink by the barrel. Few things are harder to put up with than the annoyance of a good example. Truth is the most valuable thing we have. Let us economize it. There are no grades of vanity. There are only grades of ability in concealing it. I can teach anybody how to get what they want out of life. The problem is that I can't find anybody who can tell me what they want. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. Thunder is good, thunder is impressive, but it is lightning that does the work. The best way to keep your word is not to give it. Laughter without a tinge of philosophy is but a sneeze of humor. The man who is a pessimist before 48 knows too much. If he is an optimist after it, he knows too little. To get the full value of joy, you must have someone to divide it with. Let your work speak for itself. Don't overestimate the decency of the human race. The trouble is not in dying for a friend, but in finding a friend worth dying for. Wrinkles should merely indicate where smiles have been. Keep away from people who belittle your ambitions. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. I was gratified to be able to answer promptly, and I did. I said I didn't know. The trouble with the world is not that people know too little, but that they know so many things that ain't so. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled. Don't let your schooling interfere with your education. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not is a fool for life. Do right. This will gratify some people and astonish the rest. There are no people who are quite so vulgar as the over-refined. The older I get, the more clearly I remember things that never happened.